All right, what's going on, guys? There has been a debate in the last few videos of mine over my shipping on blue tape or team bags. You guys have really been getting into it, having that discussion, and today I want to talk about it. So today we're going to talk about team bags and blue tape, my thoughts on it, and some changing, evolving thoughts. So the first comment we're going to start off with is Jeremy's, which pretty much got it started. He said, I got a very efficient shipping process. He likes it. Only problem he has is that he prefers team bags over the blue tape. All right, Jeremy, thank you for the comment about, my shipping process, that it looks pretty efficient. I do appreciate that. I try very hard to be. I do appreciate the comment about the blue tape and you prefer team bags. That's the only problem you see with what I do. And I 100% get that. A lot of people do prefer team bags over the blue tape. Honestly, I prefer the team bag. I really do. I mean, it's twofold. One, it does look cleaner, but mainly I can just rip the bag open, take my card out. I don't have to worry about sitting here fumbling with tape, pulling it off the top loader, then maybe having a damaged top loader because of the tape. I could just open a team bag, boom, got my card. It looks clean. So yeah, I do prefer a team bag as well, but it does not make me a hypocrite, which some of you guys are probably thinking about using the blue tape. And the reason being, I don't care how I get my card. I have a preference, but I don't care if it's blue tape. I don't care if it's team bag. I only care if you don't use something or you use Scotch tape at the edge. That is when I care. I don't want Scotch tape on my top loaders. I can care less if you send the blue tape. Yeah, it might give me a couple extra seconds of work to get to my card, but it really doesn't matter to me. Ah, shit. Oops. All right, let's see if this label's still gonna stick or if I'm gonna have to switch it. Nope, we're good. Label is good. Oops, that's how animated I'm getting about this today. But yeah, I really don't care. Do I prefer team bags? Yes, more than blue tape. I am going to be switching away from the blue tape. I am. I have reasons. We're going to get into that, okay? We will. But there's a couple more comments I want to get to first. And because there was a person who went across many other people's comments and made comments, one that I truly disagree with and want to address. Time to Rip further elaborates on it. He says he's also team bag. It may cost 3 cents additional, but the presentation just looks so much better than using the blue tape. And personally, he hates getting cards with the blue tape. And the reason is, he's had a few instances where cards have slid around during shipping and actually got caught on the blue tape, which then ruined the card. I fully get that. I've never had that happen, but honestly, it doesn't surprise me. It doesn't. Because putting the blue tape on, a top loader and then putting it in an envelope or putting it in a piece of paper than an envelope, it doesn't truly protect the card. Guys, there's a reason I've said before that I put these 2 pieces of tape on the edge. They're Scotch. They don't touch the top loader. But people have told me to put it in a half sheet, put it in an envelope. Your card's not going to move. You don't need the tape. That's wrong. It's wrong. Yes, the paper's not going to move, but guess what's still moving inside that paper? Your top loader. Which means in transit, that top loader is moving. And even being sealed, what can happen? Your card move. So when I tape those edges, this now becomes flush with the envelope. Listen, it's barely going anywhere. Can the card still move? Yes, but it's got much less room to move. It's not going chum, 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 back and forth. Or if you're using a number 10, really going whoom, whoom, the card's going to move. So, yeah, I don't know why I just did that, but yeah, you get the point. So I get what Time to Rip is saying here. Like, the cards move and sometimes they get damaged that way. And again, he talks about the presentation. He personally hates it. but it just looks cleaner. And you know what? It does. I'm not gonna lie, it does look cleaner. But it's not an end-all be-all, especially for me. Now this last one from John, that's the one that really made me want to make this video. He said it's not about the amount of cards or the cost of the cards. It's about looking professional. Okay. He said it shows the seller you care about protecting the item. Okay, I guess I get that. And he goes on with some more stuff. But then he says he personally hates when people send singles with blue tape. It looks cheap, dirty, and careless. That's interesting one. We're definitely going to get into that. And he will not buy from that seller twice if they're going to ship his cards like that. Buy the bags in bulk, add the cost to your item, done. Wow. He said, or you can continue to leave a poor impression on picky buyers like him. Your choice. Guys, this one cracked me up. I got a lot to say about this one. Before I do, make sure to hit that subscribe button though if you're new. That way you can keep getting the content like this. Let's get into this because this is a good one. All right, so this is the comment that I kind of disagree with, and I think, you know, it's really off base. It really is, and I feel like there's contradictory stuff in this. It's gonna be interesting. I'm sure you guys are like, wait, what's contradictory? Team bags look more professional. I get it, because when you get the card, you see it's clean. You don't see a piece of tape. Looks more professional. Okay. Other hand right now says, the voice in my head says, you're selling $1.75 free ship cards. How professional. But not the point right now. Using a team bag will protect your card more than blue tape at the edge. From moisture. Okay. From dust. Possible small hole in shipping. You know what? All valid points. I get it. I definitely do. I definitely get that. It won't. The part that got me was hating when sellers do this. It looks cheap, dirty, and careless, and you will not buy from twice. I'm a picky buyer. This leaves a poor impression. So it's your choice. That's where that comment, you know, took a turn for me. That's where a comment, you know, struck a little nerve. I don't take anything personal. I've told you guys that before, but it struck a nerve in like, where is your mindset with that? It looks cheap using blue tape over team bag. Okay. If you say so. I'm not sure what makes that look cheap. Looks dirty? I don't know if I'd say dirty, but a team bag does look cleaner. 100%. 100% true. Looks careless. That I don't get one bit. None at all. What's careless about it? Don't know. But the part that really gets me, I'm a picky buyer that will not buy from somebody that uses blue tape. Picky buyer thinks blue tape looks cheap, won't buy from if they use blue tape. If you are that picky of a buyer, follow me here. If you're that picky of a buyer, what are you doing buying any card that's coming PWE? Seriously. Seriously. If you are that picky of a buyer, a PWE, no matter how it is sent, team bag, blue tape, no matter what, is going to look professional. Not one bit. Not one bit. And you know, at a team bag, a lot could happen to your card in a PWE. It can. They're cheap. Cheap. If you are that picky of a buyer, you'd want a bubble mailer. If you think blue tape looks cheap, then this has to look cheap to you too. They're like two 2, 3 cents each. It's cheap. It is. And the amount of stuff that could happen to these in the mail compared to a bubble mailer with potentially extra bubble wrap and cardboard, which is how I ship. When I use a bubble mailer, it will go into a cardboard sandwich, then wrapped with bubble wrap, then put in a bubble mailer. That's looking professional, right? Really protected your card. Using a team bag in this, trust me, how professional do you really think that is? If you're that picky of a buyer, right? If I'm that picky of a buyer, switching from this to this isn't going to do much to me and making me think you're a reputable seller that I need to be buying from that is going to truly take care of my cards. I mean, seriously, that's just my thoughts on this. I could be wrong in overthinking this, but what do you guys think? Is it more professional to use the team bag? I get the look part, but if you're that picky of a buyer, does it really matter if things are still coming, if they're coming by PWE? I mean, that's just my thoughts. Now, like I've said when I first started the video, I have some evolving thoughts on the matter. And right now, I'm going to tell you some changes I'm going to be making in my shipping process and the reason why. So like I said, my thoughts have changed on blue tape. It has. It's got nothing to do with any of these comments though, guys. But these comments did get me thinking a little bit about it, but it wasn't really going to change my mind. There was nothing said that changes my mind. Like, yes, things look a little bit cleaner. They do. Less risk of damage if there is some moving around in the envelope. Didn't really change my mind a lot because with the way I secure inside the envelope, there's not much different. So what changed my mind? It's definitely not the picky buyer. Definitely not that. It is the blue tape and the top loader. Every order I send gets a new top loader. So I'm putting out money for new top loaders. Okay. Blue tape, we've always said it comes right off. It's very rare, right, that it damages your top loader, that it leaves residue like Scotch tape. But there's one thing using blue tape that we can't control. The United States Postal Service. So why is the Postal Service going to get me to change from blue tape to team bags? It is eBay standard envelope. Seeing how it worked during the holiday season, seeing the time it took to show up at some people's houses, it could take a couple weeks. Cards that have come back to me could have another week or two. And, you know, I was recently opening up some of these returns to see what cards they were. And I noticed something. I was pulling cards out and taking them back out of the top loaders just to, you know, re-inventory them. And as I'm taking off the blue tape on a handful of cards, you know what I noticed? You know, something we said that we normally don't see with blue tape. Tape residue. That's right, tape residue. That wouldn't come off the top loader. So why am I spending money on brand new top loaders where if somebody can get this a couple weeks in, the top loader could be junk? I'm wasting my money. Now, that's not something anybody else talked about. John, he might say, see, that's why it's careless. That's why it's not professional. But trust me, he didn't mention nothing about that. That wasn't his thinking. So this whole conversation in the last couple of videos was going on about the blue tape, and it made me start thinking, like, you know, I'm spending this money on new top loaders, trying to give people something new for their card to look better in. They get a new plastics, like a new penny sleeve, new top loader, you know, card looks a little bit better when they get it. But then when they take the tape off, they might have tape damage. That I don't want. they just defeated the whole purpose of trying to give them a nice card. So I'm going to switch over to team bags. I'm going to switch over to that team, but it's not for any of these reasons that we talked about. It's going to be because of the damage that this can leave on the top loader, and I was surprised. You know, I've been doing this for a while, and when I saw it, it kind of blew my mind. It makes me wonder how many top loaders actually show up to people a little bit damaged because of the tape residue if eBay standard envelope took a long time. So I will be switching over to that. Not anytime soon, though, because I still have this roll and another roll in the garage. So once those two are done, I'm going to order team bags, and I'll start shipping that way. Let me know what you guys think about team bags, though. I'm sure a lot of you already commented. What do you think about the picky buyer syndrome? Like, I don't know why I said syndrome, but the professionalism, cheap, dirty carelessness. Does it really make a difference if you're still sending PWE? Does it? I don't know. Let me know. So yeah, today was a little controversial topic, a little bit. But it again shows, guys, my mind changes the more I do this channel, the more experience I get, and the more I talk with you guys. The end-all reasoning on why I change things may not be something we talked about, but it gets me thinking about the overall bigger picture. And that's why I'm glad a lot of you stick around this channel, watch the videos, watch them all the way through. I truly appreciate it. But I hope some of the stuff I do gives you guys thoughts as well, and lets you guys think about your processes. In the meantime, though, why don't you check another controversial one? Can you make money selling low-end sports cards online on eBay? And guys, I'll catch you on the next one.